What is up? What is going on with everybody? How's everybody's day to day on this wonderful weekend, on this Saturday? Hey, excuse my beard, you know, I need to go see the barber. But besides that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy KT, man. Y'all back on the MMK channel, man. Anyway, I know y'all see the thumbnail, and man, don't I got a video for you guys today. Yes, indeed. Today, as you can see by the thumbnail, I gotta work on raiding the Chevy. And before we get into that, you know what I'm saying, make sure I hit that like button, man. You know, just hit it, man. And then if you ain't subscribed, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel to keep up with all my future videos, as well as you get the option to browse through the channel and see what I've already posted. But anyway, man, I'm working on the Chevy right now, and then we got a couple things that we're doing. We actually have to tear down the passenger side header to the side of the engine, and then with doing that, you know, I had a small AC leak that was actually coming from the back of the compressor. So one of the gasket seals is going out, so it has AC, but it loses the freon, I want to say within about a week. So about 5 to 6 days it holds the freon, then it lets it loose. Also, we have to redo the seal to the header, and I'm about to show y'all in a minute. There it is. Alright, here helping me, got my man OG right here. OG Duran, what's happening? Man, shit, hey, up, mechanic fit on.
What up, YouTube?
Let's get up on here. Y'all see, got the little tools and stuff up here. I removed the accumulator, removed back the windshield wiper motor, and as y'all can see, we had to move the oil cap up top, and the header's already been taken out, dipstick. Okay, and then you have one of these EGR tubings right here that crosses over to the top of the header. Had to take that what is that? That little vacuum hose, that little vacuum hose right here, the exhaust hose. Had to take that off. And as y'all can see, I've been scraping off all this stuff off the header because I had used gasket glue to help seal this one on, but as you can see, it actually kind of slightly blew past the front. So the header would go up like this, and it kind of blew past this part. So we had a small little exhaust leak there, but the rest of it was in relatively good condition. And y'all can see I had the gasket glue to help put this on, especially, you know, when you do it by yourself, it slides down. So what both of us doing here, we can, you know, glue this on there, let it sit for a few minutes, and it won't slide as we try to stick the header back down off in the car. And that's the accumulator right here. But this is fine. It's just the bottom of the you might be able to see it. Let me see if I can zoom down there for you guys. See right here, this side of the gasket going to the back of the compressor is good, but this side you can kind of see the gasket expose because it's a little bit too big. So I have to go get another gasket and put it on there because that's where the leak is actually coming from. But all the rest are good. This one is actually inside the accumulator. This one is on here. Then you got them going to the back right here of the condenser. All that is good. So pretty much. Oh yeah, then we had what, one spark plug fouled out? Yeah, we had one spark plug that had fouled out. Which one is the one with the back? Yeah, that one's actually fouled out and kind of bent. So I mean, it's not too bad with removing the header. Oh, but before I go there, last thing is we're gonna actually do an EGR tube delete, because this EGR tube goes into the back of the intake, and this is supposed to go down and clip to the bottom of the header. But since the dimensions of the header to this are like slightly off, it leaves a little gap in here, and it possibly has the exhaust leak because this goes into the back of the intake like that, and then twist down, boom. So this is supposed to stick off in there, but it's kind of angled off, so it be barely in there. So we're just gonna do an EGR tube delete. We're gonna take this part right here to the muffler shop, get them to cut it, weld it, and then we're gonna weld this shut. So instead of the gas going through the EGR tube from where it comes out the combustion chamber and it heads out the tailpipes, you know, some of the gas doesn't always necessarily go through the back. So we're gonna just make it to where when it comes out the combustion chamber and then through the exhaust runners, it's gonna go straight out the tailpipe. It's not gonna recirculate back. So we're gonna eliminate, you know, having that exhaust leak problem, because like I say, it doesn't really fit up against the header. It goes in, but it's slightly off, and you can't really put a bolt through there because it hits up against the I want to say the frame, or like the outside of the motor, somewhere down there. It's hitting up against to where you can't stick a bolt through it. So the best you can do is just kind of hand stick it in there, but we're just gonna do an EGR tube delete. So pretty much we got all that established. So we're gonna load the header up in the car. We're gonna take Storm out, go to the muffler shop, get that welded up. We see y'all there. So when y'all see this camera come back on, it's gonna be 3 things, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be lights, camera, and with the action, we bring the lightning, the thunder, the videos. All right, you guys, I'm at my favorite muffler shop, Major Mufflers and Radiator, over here in Grand Prairie, Texas. I already gave them the header manifold, as well as the EGR tube that they're gonna customize and actually make a block off plate with the EGR tube. They're gonna cut it so I can close off the back of the intake manifold, and then they're gonna weld the hole of the header where the EGR tube goes. It's cool if I record? Yeah. Okay. still working on the back of the EGR2 flame that goes in the back of the intake. He's welding that together now.
That motherfucker, I said, damn, goddamn me. I said, man,
Man, look good right there.
Man, when that big blue bar, goddamn me.
So we got this. That look good. So you get a hold up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just make sure you put the gasket on this side.
Okay. Yeah. They got it. Do y'all have another? Y'all have a brand new one?
Oh shit, man. No,
I don't have any of those.
Okay. I'll probably go to Ozone and get a new one. Alright.
Nah, we over there.
I'll pay for it. Hey, you can get it here.
Get that monkey shop on.
Alright, you guys. So, we got that situated, man. Shout out to my man Tony right there for getting the weld in. And my man David. I've been doing business with David for a minute, but he's over there somewhere. I don't know where he went. I think that's him right there. Appreciate it, man. Yes, is he in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's right there behind the truck.
Okay. Hey, he got it.
You didn't see the chance of it?
All right, you guys, we back to the spot. We're back to the apartments. As they call it in the hood, back to the apartments. Anyway, we got most of the stuff we need here. Got some brake clean. We got this rubber fiber sheet. Since the gasket on the back of the intake manifold wasn't there when we took off the EGR tube, so we're gonna make our own gasket to fit on the back of. I think I have it on my pocket, right here. So we're gonna use that and make a seal around here. So that's no biggie. We got some AC O-rings. I'm actually put the O-rings on a compressor. Like I said earlier, one of the O-rings is too big, so it's not sealing up the tubing going from the accumulator down to the back of the compressor. It's not sealing it up, so I have a smaller leak, so I'm gonna take care of that. And I got the gasket glue here, gasket maker by Permatex. I'm about to put it on this header, then put the new gasket down there, let it seal up. Then we got 2 new spark plugs. One of them was kind of bent and fouled out, so we're gonna change that. So without further ado, let me get to work. I might be able to video some of this, let you guys check it out, so bear with me. If not, then I'll just show you the finished product. Alright, you guys, so I found my little tripod. So I'm about to show y'all how I'm about to seal this up right here. Open this up first. Know. Let's see. You know, you ain't got no scissors. You know, we just do it the. Y'all know how we get down. Alright, I got the gasket, so I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna see which way it fits first before I glue it down. So it'll be this way, not that way, this way. So face down. So make a little hole up in there. Put my safety equipment on. So make sure that this is nice and clean, which it fairly is. I cleaned it off camera earlier before we left. So it's relatively clean for the most part. I'm gonna let you move.
Shit, man, hey, I'm gonna take off in that bitch. I'm gonna fuck around being lose out in that motherfucker.
Alright guys, so check. I got it on there and spread it out. So you wanna get about around something like that. Y'all can see. And then with that being said, where my towel at? Wipe this off. Take this, sit it, face it down. Just like so. Slide a little bit, but once it starts drying up, then it'll be alright. If you want to just get clever, take your bolts and just kind of stick them off in there, it'll keep it in line. I've already soaked the bolts already, so they're good. We just want to keep this thing from sliding all over the place. Oh! Ah. Dun, 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 dun. Do the ratchet. So, y'all see now, I got the gas glue on there, and then I have the bolts in there to kind of keep it from sliding back and forward. Let's see what we got here. He has the spark plugs in with the wires in now. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm about to take this bolt, I think it's like a 13 or 14 millimeter bolt, out the AC, the low and high line, or the suction and charge line. Then take that out, put an O-ring on it, zip it back down. Hey, we're gonna have action. All right, so I got my 15 millimeter deep socket 1/4 inch drive. Gotta find my ratchet. Got the O-rings right here.
Okay, do that.
Gotta be careful not to drop this bolt though. If this is the bolt you drop them, you better have a magnet. So I got that broken already. Ah! Shit. That's the nut that goes on the back side of the discharge and charging line. Compressor. So now we just slightly pull it back. I see the O-ring already acting a fool.
Huh?
Nah, remember we had put these on a while back where that O-ring was big?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. You the accumulator and shit on it?
I have to drop the O-ring. Here it is. I see what I'm talking about. This is the O-ring I was referring to right there, and it's actually too big. Just to give y'all an example, like let's say that's how big the hole was, right? And this O-ring is actually sitting, well nah, it'd be this one. Just to give an example on this dipstick. It's sitting over the charging line like this. Instead of being snug like this, it's sitting over the thing like this. So if you actually look down at the bottom, the one closest to this side, it's on there. It's not moving. See how it's not moving with the line? It's not moving at all. Let me zoom in. See, it's not moving with the line at all on this side. And this one, it just slipped right off. It's not even on there. As soon as I took it off, it came slip right off. So I'm about to match the other one up with the right one and put that bolt back on, and we'll be one step closer. All right, you guys. So I got the bolt back in there. I got the new O-ring on the AC line down here. So we should be good to go. It's nice and snug. So of course, we're dealing with that. I had to put the accumulator and both the lines back up. I do have a vacuum pump as well as the AC gauges, so you know, hey, apples to oranges, baby. So we gonna, well, whenever we get this header back in here and I'm gonna bolt the AC back up, then we should have AC unit that is no longer leaking now. No longer leaking. And just looking at everything else, he's about to cut the rubber material to make a new gasket for the EGR tube, the seal, or the flange, my bad. The EGR flange. He's about to make a gasket around the flange to put back on the back of the manifold back there. Then after that, we're going in with that header, baby. Hey, what's up with the MMK gang? Storm 392 gang, RAIDENSS gang, or RAIDENSS really. As you can see, we're at the last stages of the Chevy right now. Let me tune y'all in a little bit closer. As you can see, I got a bolt right here. I know the sun's kind of glaring, but I have a bolt right here. We got the header back in. I have most of the bolts I restarted. So now, it's gonna keep on churning. And then, that should be it. Pretty much what we did was, we put this header back on, changed the fuel filter out, as well as, what else did we do? Oh, we added a new gasket flange on the back of the flange, a new gasket on the back of the manifold for the EGR, because we blocked it off with weld, and then we cut the EGR tube, and on the bottom of the header, like I said, we welded that together, and that's on. We got the 2 new spark plugs in, so we shouldn't have no exhaust leaks no more. And I think last week I had got the hose that was in my mufflers. I had got them welded up because I had a few little leaks there. So she should be running stout. But hey, it's all about that end result. So I'm about to get back to tighten this up, you know what I'm saying, and see where we go from here. All right, you guys, through the trials and tribulation, a little hard work, we finally have everything back together. Have the accumulator on, have the O-ring on the bottom side that goes to the compressor done, have the header back on, all the bolts in it, have the alternator back on and all its connections and all the exhaust vacuum lines and everything. So the time is here. Let's start it and see if the actual power to the car is back. Also, we put the spark plugs, we changed out the fuel filter, so we finna make sure that we don't have that popping and sudden hesitation when the car is at idle and movement. You wanna do the honors? Start it up?
Yes, sir.
That was a fun little start. nice little startup. We just want to make sure everything is copacetic. Make sure ain't nothing touching. Oh, what we at here? Hey, what's going on, you guys? Oh, we started with an airplane this morning. But anyway, I hope you guys actually like the video of me and my OG breaking down the Chevy, kind of getting things back in order to kind of make it run more efficiently. And of course, it's a new day too. And hey, you know, that was a fun little task. And for y'all those who looking at my neck, no, I'm not a Vikings fan. I'm a Patriot fan. Only reason I have this because my son was actually playing for a Pee Wee team, and the team was called the Vikings. So I supported him, so that's where this comes from. So no, I'm not a Vikings fan, but I was when they beat the Cowboys. But that's on another tip. But anyway, there's the Chevy right there. Of course, there's Storm right next to Raiden the Chevy. Anyway, I just pretty much came out here today to actually kind of test drive the car and just kind of get my feedback on what I did to the car. Like I said, I changed the O-ring and the AC unit because it was leaking. That goes back to the compressor, as well as I changed out the fuel pump, not fuel pump, the fuel filter, as well as we changed 2 of the foul spark plugs because I did have a major exhaust leak. And for those who know, when you have a major exhaust leak, it will foul out your plugs eventually if you ride with it long enough. And pretty much when I was driving, I was hearing like a little suction, and I was smelling a lot of exhaust fumes. And that was a combination of different leaks. Like I actually had a couple of pinholes in my underneath the piping in the car coming off from the mufflers due to you know, poor welding, as well as, you know, salt chemicals over time that actually ate up through the pipe. So that was a part of the exhaust leak. But another thing, another portion of the exhaust leak was coming from the passenger header that we replaced. And pretty much, what's up, man? Not much. And then so because I believe on that side it was missing a few bolts and they wasn't tightened down correctly, so it kind of blew past the gasket just a tad bit. It wasn't much, but we got that situated. So we're gonna just hop up in here, give y'all just a little glimpse of how it rides now, in my opinion, on, you know, what I think of the car after fixing it a little bit. So let's see if we can get a little cold start. Tell you, with me getting the pipes welded back, and then also coming from the header was a little tube I was telling you guys about that wasn't going into the manifold all the way. Like even from here, I can hear it kind of like sucking just a tad bit, and I no longer hear that. As well as the mufflers, since I got the mufflers cut and ran straight pipe again, but with new pipe and new weld, you know, I don't hear like a boom 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 like when it was actually running. You hear like boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? It just sounds like it's skipping. Pretty much, it's like it's, you know, like a little slight backfire, and that's just where the exhaust gas is escaping through the hose. So we got that situated. But nevertheless, you know, let's hop in, you know, take a little ride. Let's turn it down. No copyright going on. Get in, take just a little quick drive, let me wind it out just a little bit, just to be able to hear to the outside of the car a little bit. And I got all types of stuff up in this car, man. I got my binder, I got my toolbox in the back, WD-40, vacuum pump. Oh, and also I do have a few more things that I have to do to this car. I have to actually get the oil change in this car because I haven't had the oil change in a while. And I might have to end up changing out some fuel injectors, possibly. Because I mean, it performs a lot better, but you know, just based on me driving the off camera, I think I'm gonna have to put some more fuel injectors in it. But anyway, let's kind of see what it does. Like I can notice just off the small acceleration of me driving it, that, you know what I'm saying, it feels like it's more tight, like the motor is more tight since I got rid of the pinholes in the exhaust system. And I actually welded up the header, so, you know, I don't have that little air, you know, entering the system while it's trying to exit. It's caused like a little backfire. So you hear that little acceleration, like, you know, that's pretty good. Let's get it on the steady acceleration. So, you know, back then when I used to drive it, even with that little force, with that exhaust, you know, leaking, you know, it sounds something like this, like until they actually got together. But see, I'm kind of mashing the gas like that. That's what it used to sound like with the exhaust leaking a little bit. But now that I got that taken care of, it drives smooth. It has a smoother drive now. Out here in this nice little coldish type of day. It's not too bad, but you know. Sounds pretty good, right? Yeah, but I couldn't be more pleased, man. Finally sounds like, you know what I'm saying, it's got a little life to live again. That's good, though. But anyway, you guys, you know, I just wanted to touch bases with you guys with that, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all tuning in and checking out the video. And I hope y'all guys like it, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all just hit the like button and that subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, I also do want to say, I also want to tell y'all, stay tuned in because I'm supposed to be going to Boston soon. So I'm going to be doing an actual YouTube video down there when the Cowboys play the Patriots in Boston. I will be flying down to Boston, so, you know, I think y'all guys might want to check that out, you know what I'm saying? I might be able to review a car or so, maybe, you know what I'm saying? That's not really the objective of me going down there, but hey, if you guys just want to see me go down there and have a good time, you know, just kind of, you know, video my experience of Boston and kind of, you know, do a little searching, a little looking down there, but I will be at the game, so we definitely gonna check that out, you know what I'm saying? Just stay tuned, and when y'all see that camera come back on, y'all probably catching me on the way to Boston. But anyway, I appreciate you guys, man. I'm gonna catch up with y'all. Hey, stay positive, man. You know, y'all already know we drop that lightning, we drop that thunder. We stay with them videos.